Hi, Psychic Medium Danielle Garcia here today to give you the energy forecast of the week. Today is June 29th, 2020, and today happens to be my son Adam's 16th birthday. So happy birthday, Adam. I can't wait to celebrate with you later. Lots and lots and lots of different vibes are going on, so let's just dive right on into it. This morning, the Schumann resonance was vibrating at 91. Regular vibe for Schumann resonance, not residence, which happens to be the energy of basically the core of the Earth's heartbeat, if you will, is about 7.83. So when we encounter a big spike like a 91, many empaths and sensitives again can have emotional outbursts. It can lead to different effects physically, such as headaches, sleeplessness, strange dreams, body aches, pains, all sorts of different things. So if you're encountering any of those, make sure to combat that. You do some different things to release energy from your body. Think of doing some yoga, tai chi, qigong, going for a walk, stay nice and hydrated. Do whatever you would normally do to stay grounded. And don't forget, there's always phone a friend. Lean on one another. That's what we're here for, right? To get through this wonderful journey of life together. We are currently in the halfway point of Mercury Retrograde. Yeehaw. Lots of us are not too keen on Mercury Retrograde, even though it definitely has its own, blessings, its own positivity. Lots of things being stirred up this Mercury in retrograde. It's about a time for action. It's about figuring out what you believe in, what you don't believe in. What are you lying to yourself about? What truths are you pushing to the back of your mind or down into your consciousness that you don't actually want to deal with anymore? This is a great time for healing. It's also a great time for things coming up to the surface. So again, how are you handling all of that? What do you have in your toolbox to assist you? Whether that's phoning a friend, whether it's screaming to the wind, whether it's going to your therapist, whether it's going for a workout, whatever it is that you do to help those emotions and energies leave the body so that you become more of a clear, clean channel to hold more light. Whenever we experience anything that's of a lower nature, it lowers our vibe, right? If you're driving your car and suddenly your battery power goes from 100% to 50% or 40%, chances are you're probably going to stop the car and do something about it. You're going to get a jump start or you're going to go buy a new battery. But we don't always look at our physical bodies or our minds as the vehicles that drive us, do we? I think sometimes many of us put ourselves on the back burner and not so much as a priority as what we set out to accomplish during our day. What if every day you woke up, just did a cursory check, just like you were going to take your car to the mechanic and check it out, see how it's doing? What would you find? Are you afraid to tap in? Are you fearful of what you might find there? Then take a baby step. Do a little bit of this each and every day, and you'll find more and more layers that can be released. And guess what? When you release those lower vibes and the ick, you're actually making room for bigger, better, brighter. So how wonderful would that be? There's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now that can truly weigh us down. Lots of fear, lots of drama, lots of untruths, and it's up to us to decide what's best for us. What's the right path? What do we believe in? What works for us? It doesn't mean that when you connect with those truths for yourself, that suddenly the world around you is unicorns and rainbows. However, coming to that truth within you, coming to that crossroads inside, if you will, and choosing one direction, this way or that way, or how about this way? How about connecting to source? How about connecting to higher self? If you're in confusion as to what's being told to you or what you believe, are you going to stay on social media for another 5 days to try to figure it out? Are you going to scour YouTube or the internet for more information to back up your suspicions? Or are you going to go inside? Are you going to go up, connecting with your higher self, connecting with source, connecting to your higher power? Are you going to ask for assistance? Are you going to ask your guides, your angels, your creator, please show me truth. Please lead me in the direction so that I may see and feel and sense pure and complete truth. That always seems to help me out. And still, I can get distracted. I can get pulled into someone else's drama. I can get pulled into someone else's agenda. But bottom line, truth is truth. And we each have our own perspective of what that truth is, don't we? But when we come from that higher standpoint, when we come from that higher vibrational space, truths meet. Truth becomes one. Truth becomes consciousness. There's always going to be somebody trying to throw you off that balance, to sway you to the other side. And that's kind of why we're here, right? To understand light, dark, good, evil, negative, and positive, so that we can evolve. That's that important step. This week, it's all about becoming more in tune. Hold on just one second and hold that thought. It's all about becoming more in tune. What are your make-its and break-its? What will you accept in your life? What will you not accept in your life? As we fall into July here soon, fall in, where'd that come from? As we move into July, July is all about truth. It is about intuition. It is about removing that veil in front of your eyes and in front of your heart to see what's truly coming forward for you. So how do we connect with more truth? How do we connect with our intuition? Well, one thing, you can definitely ask source, right? You can use meditation. You can use prayer to heighten your intuitive abilities. You can set that intention. You know, however you do it, it will be successful if you continue that practice. If you just say out to the universe, I will see only truth and I will use my intuition, that's a wonderful intention. But sometimes we will have these different little programs that run in the back of our minds. Doubt, ego, history, fear, where even when we get that intuitive vibe coming in, we're going to question it. And as soon as you question it, you start to create a block so that flow of information and light stop. I'm going to do a card draw to see what other energies are coming in this week. Today I am using the Mystical Shaman card deck. Really super awesome cards. I highly recommend them. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3. The first card that comes up, the Middle World. Look at the amazing depiction here. We've got a tree. Roots are very, very strong, exposed above the earth, going down. There's wonderful birds flying. The sun is overhead. Middle world. So in shamanism, traditionally, there's 3 worlds. We have the lower world, which is, depending on whose train of thought, excuse me, you follow. The lower world could be darkness. It could be a place where there are other dimensional spaces that are of a lower vibration. The middle world is more about here, planet Earth, humanity. Where we vibing at, what's going on, our path. This is where souls come into human form to create an existence of humanity, to learn different things, to learn about duality. And then the upper world is the cosmos, where most dimensions in the upper world are of a higher vibration. The next card, Taming the Wind. What jumps out at you when you see this card? You know, I love oracle cards and I go by the messages a lot, but when I really want to connect with that card, I want to see what calls to me in this card. And I see a female energy and she's in profile. She has feathers here. There's all sorts of different animals now that are popping out to me. So when you think about the elements, right? Okay, wind. What is wind? Wind, air. Air is purification. Air is transformation. Air is movement. Air is cleansing. So we have now middle world, taming the wind. And let's see what comes next. And even as I'm shuffling, taming the wind also is breath, is it not? It's speaking, it's expression. We're going to come back to that later because they're filling my ears with all sorts of stuff. The next one, the medicine wheel. Absolutely beautiful. See which illustration pops out to you from this card. Okay, so the medicine wheel is about our existence. The middle world, the upper world, the below world. It is about the four directions. It is about the elements. The medicine wheel represents the all that is. So reading just this very simple 3-card spread, we have the middle world, taming the wind, and the medicine wheel. Middle world I'm going to take as life, okay? Where's your life in the middle world? If we go back to that analogy of soul coming into human form to further their evolvement on planet Earth. What's going on in your now? How do you feel about that? What can you do to become more grounded, more safe, more within your power? Taming the wind. What are you doing for cleansing, for purification? How are you expressing your breath? What words are coming out? Are your words positive? Are your words negative? Do they add to your experience? Do they take away from your experience? How are you impacting middle world? Life is as we know it now, with your words, with your breath, with your expression. The medicine wheel, everything, universal, your soul's timeline, your creator, your life now, your friends, your family. Everything that you do in the now affects everyone around you. Believe it or not, that's just simple math. That's just simple science. So what are you doing right now to affect everything? What are you doing to be a positive force of light? Or are you? What can you do? What healing can be had this week to bring forth that positivity and that healing? Now, remember, too, we're all human, right? So it's not going to be rainbows and unicorns 24/7. I have yet to meet anyone, and I've had some amazing teachers that has been 100% positivity 24/7. And Huna, we call it being Pono, being in balance. So what can you do to be in balance this week? What can you do to feel better as well as help those around you feel better? It's all about power, right? Power not to abuse power, but to be in power, to realize that we are all one. We are all connected. We are all part of a greater consciousness. And each one of us affects the other one, believe it or not. So think about these things. Where is your truth? How is your intuition coming in? We've got about 13 more days left of Mercury Retrograde. So things are going to keep coming to the surface to help you out, to help you see things more clearly, to help you feel things more clearly. Hang in there, empaths and sensitives. You've got this. Keep grounding, keep breathing, keep using that wind, that air for clarity, for transmutation, for release. Keep and stay hydrated. We're processing a ton of energy right now. So the more that you drink water, and that's water, girls, not wine, the better you will think. Not the better you will think, the easier the thoughts will come, the easier your intuition will be. When we're trying to process things in a dehydrated state, and fear can do that, going into fight or flight can do that, Raising your adrenal levels in your body can hydrate you. So when you're on social media and listening to the news and you're getting triggered and triggered and triggered and triggered and triggered, it's not just your brain that's going to react. Your body's going to react also to anger and fear and negativity. So stay hydrated. That's also a way to purify not only your body, but also your energy. Hang in there, keep doing you, and I hope you have a wonderful, blessed week.